Hey guys, how is it going? Welcome to tonight's stream. Well, today's stream, I guess, for most of you in the States and Canada, but it is the summer solstice. It is LITHA, the great Sabbath, and the sun is in Cancer from today. So happy birthday to be all you Cancerians out there. So yes, Andy does indeed have internet. Hi, Beverly. It's a rare thing to cite this channel, isn't it? But I managed like 3 days in a row now, I think. So I'm pretty pleased about that. Seascape, hi. I have indeed got this. Hello, Linda. And Vixen is here as well. Hi to you. Aria's Song, nice to have you with us. Thanks for coming on in. And Jane the Seeker, wonderful to have you here. It really is. Butterfly kisses to you too. Thanks so much for being here. And Liz Crafts is here. Yay, Liz made it. Wow. Well, I made it a little bit later tonight just to, hopefully catch a few more people, because a lot of people sort of miss the streams. And, of course, it does go out at a bit of a crazy time for USA. But if I do it much later than this, I'm falling asleep by the end. Anyway, the chickens have been pretty naughty. I went out and I put the ducks to bed. And I tried to put the chickens to bed, but they ran away. So they're sort of running around in the potato patch now. Maybe there'll be no, potatoes left by tomorrow. You just never know. Internet is very up and down. Hi, Rupali. Yeah, blessings to you, Rupali, and blessings to everyone. Hi, Ariel. Hi to you. By the way, thanks so much, Ariel, for this. This has saved my life because my internet has been off just so blinking much. It was off today for about 4 hours in the morning and then another 2 hours in the afternoon. And I was kind of worried I might not manage this, but I guess the gods are in my favor. I want to say a massive thank you to all you guys who sent donations last week. It really, really helped. I just lost a ton of money with not being able to be on the internet. Oh, let's get my jumper straight. With not being able to be on the internet in recent times. Really crazy. So thanks so much, guys. It means the world to me. It really does. And big love to absolutely all of you. Really. So, Liz Crafts, your phone is being stupid. Just being picky. Crazy. Cartomancy Mesquite. Hi, Martin as well. Martin is with us. Put the covers over them. I should, shouldn't I? I really should. But hey, they're in now, so that's the main thing. They're nice and snuggled up in their straw bed. And the chickens, well, it's the summer solstice. I guess they can have a party. Right. Going to start with Beverly Spencer on this occasion, because Beverly, while I didn't have internet, Beverly had quite a big operation, and now she seems to be recovering. She seems to be doing well again. But I think we could all do with sending Beverly some healing at this time. It's a big thing she went through there. Must have been very painful. And I'm happy to know that the pain is going down, as you told me on Facebook, Beverly. So that's got to be good news. Let's do you an Ascended Masters card. I pull whatever box of cards out that the spirit guides tell me to pull out, and they've chosen one right on the bottom of the pile. So there we go. I've got it anyway. So here we go. It's the Ascended Masters deck. Wonderful deck, this. And let's do a card for Beverly for the rest of the month. And I don't think it's going to take a whole month for you to feel like totally recovered, actually, Beverly. That's a big thing to say, but I think recovery is coming quickly to you. What we've got here, it's 2 have come out, actually, so I'm going to do 2. It is for the rest of the month, after all. First one, Parvati, positive change. There she is. Positive change. Not much I can add to that, Beverly. It's all about positive change. She has got the wheel behind her, so it's a cycle, isn't it? What you're going through, like what everyone goes through, really, is a cycle. And wow, that light is a bit strong there, isn't it? Let's move Parvati over there. But positive change, okay? It's not just about recovering back to the way things were, Beverly. This is going to actually bring some positive changes in for you as well as you go forward. And the other card that came out for you was this one, Crystal's Epona, and there she is riding on her white unicorn. So that's telling me, Beverly, that you will be carried. You know, the spirituality in your life will carry you. The angels will carry you through this time when you can't just wander about at will the way you'd really like to. And before too long, the magic will work and you will actually be getting places and going places, really going, you know, different places you don't expect, put it that way, over the next month. So, Beverly, love to you, and thanks so much for all the positive energy you've been putting into this channel, and to all of us who know you. Right, brilliant. Okay, so let's go to Elizabeth Hayes at this point. Okay, right. Tarot card for you, I feel, Elizabeth. Okay, so a card for love. Let's see what we get then. Wow, you know, I should have all my tarot decks here. I've got another one that's really good for love, actually. But this one always does the trick for just about anything. That's why I use it so much. Here we go. 10 of Pentacles. This is a lovely card. Pentacles, lots of abundance. A reminder there that it's always good to be grounded. Okay, but basically you've asked about love, Elizabeth, and you don't need to worry about it. Okay, let your heart be like the ginger cat that's asleep at Alice's feet there. Let your heart be a bit like Alice, actually, because she's asleep too. And over the top of this image, above the 10 pentacles on the chair, we have 3 portraits, and they signify family. Okay, ancestral family in the spirit realms, and they are on the case, Elizabeth. You would be amazed what the spirit world can actually do to help bring love into your life and to help make things work, really. So that is a nice card to get. I would say, since you've asked about love, it's abundance of love. There's tons of it there waiting to happen. You just got to kind of not worry about it, okay? Visualize that it's going to happen. Believe it's going to happen. Let's get this card out of the ring of light there. Visualize it's going to happen. Believe it's going to happen, and for sure it will. Right? People are obviously on the case, and it's not going to be a problem. 10 of Pentacles is just one of those cards that says it all, really. So love to you, Elizabeth, and I hope love will find you soon. I'm pretty sure, looking at that, it will. So let's move to Rupali. Nice to see you, Rupali. Will Clifford Romaine respond positively to my resume email and hire me for US accounting position at my expected salary of 14 lakh Indian currency per annum? Can I expect response at start of July? We have 2 questions there. Okay, well, it's one question, but it's in 2 parts. So let's start with part 1 with the pendulum. Will Clifford Romaine respond positively to your resume email and hire you? Let's just stop at hire for that. Will that happen, please, Spirit of the Pendulum? We got a no and then a very small yes. That was a really small circle. It's going to take some time, right, Rupali? It's not going to happen as quickly as you'd like it to, but it was fundamentally a yes. Okay, so now at your expected salary of 14 lakh, slow moving yes again. And can I expect response at the start of July? Oh yeah, that's a big yes. Right, you're going to get a response start of July. What's coming to me, Rupali, is it might not be the response you're really hoping for, okay? But it does work out in the end. That's what I'm picking up there, really in a big way. The pendulum was moving in a small way because it's going to take time, okay? But it's coming to you, Rupali. I feel sure of that. I really do. Hi, Adrienne. Nice to have Adrienne with us. Patricia Franzino is here. Who else did I see? Twainer. Nice to see you, Twainer. I was thinking of you the other day, actually, because I think I've been watching Moonshiners, you know. It gets on YouTube, and I've been watching Moonshiners. And I keep thinking that's somewhere near where you live, Twainer. Maybe it is. I hope so, anyway. But wow, more and more people joining. This is lovely. It really is. Gina M is here. Oh, Gina, thank you so much for your donation as well. guys, as I'm thanking you for your donations, PayPal won't let me message you back. Unfortunately, I've been trying, but believe me, you know, I'm really, really grateful for all the help that came in. So, April, hi to you. And Vixen Doe is with us as well, as I think I said a minute ago. Actually, there we go. I'm getting kind of all wrapped up in things. Here we go with another one. Andy, I've been feeling down. Here we go. Any guidance from my spirit team is appreciated. Okay, Jane. Jane, have you been using an app to talk to spirit, I wonder? For some reason, I just like that just came to me there. Like, there's a few different apps. They're often called ghost hunting apps. And I know you and I aren't really ghost hunters. That's not what we're about. But yeah. If not, I would seriously consider using one, Jane. All right. It's not something I ever use myself, but I think you're going to get reassurance there, because what you really need is reassurance at this point. The feeling down it's a cyclical thing, you know. It's something that the human mind just is that way. Things can go well, things can go not so well, and we tend to see ourselves as, you know, like being stuck in whatever position we feel we're in at the time, long term. I just say, no, you've been practicing mediumship. Right, great, okay. Well, that takes a lot of energy, really, Jane. I'm kind of thinking that's one of the reasons you've been feeling down, because it does take a lot of energy. Here we go, though, right? Card for you. As I'm contemplating that, it says share your voice. I hope you guys can see that on the screen. It says share your voice. And there she is, looking out of the cave and seeing the wonders of the universe across the water. So, Jane, that's what's really happening. Okay, you've been feeling down because it is an exhausting kind of a thing, doing mediumship. Believe me or no, the last time I did a church service, I could hardly stand up at the end of it. I mean, all I really did was talk for about an hour and a half, but I was absolutely exhausted, and mediumship really does take it out of us. So don't worry about it, Jane, okay? Keep focusing on sharing your voice. In other words, sharing the voice of spirit as that mediumship goes on. Not sure why I picked up on that app thing there. I'm really not, but, you know, just look out for that one coming up, because it did come to me, Jane. Okie dokie. Right. And I truly appreciate you too, Jane. I really do. Thanks so much for your question and just the supportive vibe that goes with Jane the Seeker. Okay. Melanie's with us. Hi, Melanie. I saw some more requests. I'm going to go back a bit because I don't like to miss anybody out if I can help it. Sadly, it is inevitable, you know, because things are moving fast. And when I'm actually actively doing a message, I don't really look at the chat because I like to focus on the message I'm doing. So I do miss things. But here we go. We've got Shrey here. Hello. Don't think I've met you before, but it's nice to have you on board. Thanks so much for coming in, and thanks for your question. What will going to happen for my admission in SRCC College? And do you see me get RR310 bike soon? Right. Okay. Right. I think what we need here is the tarot for the first part of that question. Okay. Well, observing that it's a long time since this card came up for anyone, but there you go. It's obviously meant to be. What we've got here is the Six of Swords, and that means there's a lot of thinking and a lot of concern going on, right? So I'm not surprised you're concerned about a thing like that. You know, college admission is a big thing for sure. But if you can see what's happening in the picture here, Shrey, right? You are Alice facing away from the direction the boat is going, and you can only really see what's behind at the moment, and that's giving you some concerns. But the sheep shopkeeper, who's also the Queen of Pentacles in this deck, is looking forward, and she can see that the boat is just coming into smooth waters. Right now, it's a cycle. There's no leaves on the trees at the moment, and we know when the trees are bare, leaves will grow on them. So yeah, it's coming in. It's going to happen. Things, your way is going to be smooth. It's a sword card, and that means there's a lot of thinking going on, a lot of concerns. Probably it's in you're probably dreaming about it and seeing this application in your sleep, but it's going to happen. Okay, it is going to happen. It's going to take its time, but it's going to happen. And let us ask the spirit of the pendulum about RR310 bike. Is Trey going to get that bike soon? It's quite important, isn't it? I feel you're going to need that bike. Pendulum's giving me a steady yes. Okay, and you said soon, and the pendulum says yes, so that's a yes. Right, I've got to quickly give a disclaimer here. It's one of those things. I totally believe this stuff, and I totally stand by it, guys. But everything I say, you know, it's mediumship. You could say it's an experiment to prove the truth of the psychic realms. I've got to say that for legal reasons. That's just absolutely all I can do, unfortunately. But I stand by it, and it's looking good for you, Shrey. It really is, my friend. Liz Crafts is asking, can I have a card about my job? They still won't fire me. I picked up the tarot, but I've been told no. Put the tarot down. Pick up Keepers of the Light. Here we go with Kyle Gray. Let's see what we get. Feels to me, Liz, like not everyone approves of if you wanting to kind of do whatever it is you want to do at work. They still won't fire you. Yeah, I know you've been hoping for that for a long time. I know you can't just walk away from a job like that, can you? It's just not the kind of thing you do. Here's a card for you on that subject, though, on that very subject, Liz. We've got Melchizedek, higher learning, and Melchizedek is strongly associated with alchemy as well, which tends to mean good things are going to happen in a way you didn't expect, especially if you kind of just work your magic as much as you can. It says here, you have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further progress. Right, Liz. What I feel this is telling you is to... It's not so much about learning more. It's about trying to get qualified in other things that you know that are going to actually allow you to get a better job. That's the main thing, you know. It would be a terrible thing to lose that job and then not be able to get another one, really, wouldn't it? So that's the thing to do. And that is where the guidance is headed with this, Liz, okay? But Melchizedek, a great alchemist, and really, really strong with the law of attraction as well, you know. So do keep believing. That's really important, you know. It's important with anything, but it's particularly important at this point, right? I mean, see, Liz, they still won't fire you, and I think you still maybe not totally confident about what you're going to do next, you know. And our angels, guardians, gatekeepers, and guides, they're very loving, they're very compassionate and considerate, and they're not going to let you lose that income stream until the next thing is ready to happen. That's the bottom line there, Liz. But Melchizedek, higher learning, that's very much what it's all about. And you're bored to tears. Yeah, I can imagine. I've had jobs like that. I really have. But they lead somewhere in the end, Liz, and at least you're able to work for a living. I know you're not enjoying it, and I totally sympathize, you know, because like I say, I have had jobs like that. But, you know, one footstep leads to another footstep, and things are going to come right in the end. They really are. Okay. Right. Oh, it's Twain's birthday. Thanks for all the birthday wishes, beautiful birthday wishes. Well, happy birthday from me, Twainer. I did not know, I must admit. Facebook is weird and doesn't tell me things about people who live in other countries. I don't know why. Really don't know why in this day and age, because that's what the internet is really good at. Crazy stuff. Erin Stone, hi Lisa. Hey friends, don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons and ring that notification bell. Please do. More videos coming all the time. I'm trying to put one out every day at the moment. Partly because it's always a message, so it's always worth doing. And also partly just because I want to kind of prove to my internet provider that they can get lost. I'm going to succeed anyway and screw them. So yeah. But please, yeah, do subscribe. And guys, if you've already subscribed, thank you first and foremost. I really appreciate it. But would you please check that you're still subscribed? Because there's a cycle and it's been going on for months and months now. My subs were going up fairly steadily. And I got to about 2,160 odd. And then they started going back to 2159. And they keep doing that, you know. Again this week I've hit 2164 and it's gone back to 2158. I think it's 2159 now, but guys, do check you're still subscribed. YouTube do it to make sure I'm not a robot. I think they could probably tell if they sent a human being just to look at my videos and see if I'm real, but I am real. Oh, your birthday's on the 28th, Twainer. Oh, okay, well, hey, happy birthday anyway. Seascape says, I missed you, Andy. I miss you too, Seascape. I really do. Let's do a card for Vicky Loper at this point. At this point. What we're going to do, what we're going to do. Right. Okay. I don't often get told to use this deck, but this is the one they're pointing to. Talking to Heaven. Another Doreen Virtue deck, which she did with James Van Prague. And so there's someone in the spirit realms close to you at the moment. Let's just go. They do stick in the box, these cards. That's the only thing with them. Right. I'm going to give these a good shuffle because they have not been used for absolutely ages. Okay. But yeah, someone in the spirit realms is trying to get something across to you, Vicky. All right. And I think, Vicky, you would be aware of this because I know you're quite the artist. And as you've been producing art, you know someone's trying to talk to you. But I don't think you realise it quite how close to you this person is. This is family. Right, what I've got here is, this is kind of, it's one of those statements that works as good advice. Can you even read that? I don't know. But I'm going to read it to you. It says, if I had only known then what I know now, I would have lived differently. Okay. Something to really contemplate, that, Vicky. It really is, yeah. But there's someone close to you, and they're expressing a sense of regret there, I suppose, you know, because they obviously wish they'd lived differently. And there's a feeling of regret that they were kind of taken away from this world earlier than they would like to have been taken. And maybe, you know, they feel like it's their own fault. But there's also a hint there, Vicky, kind of, you know, live your life to the full, live your life to the max as much as you can. Go for it, okay? So psychically, I'm picking up with that. Just kind of push ahead. Whatever the project is at the moment, Vicky, go for it, my friend. All right, because it's going to take you places. But there is definitely love in the spirit realm wanting to show itself there. In particular, they could have told me that with any number of different decks and different cards, but they chose Talking to Heaven, which is all about mediumship. It's a mediumship deck. So there's someone sending big love to you there, Vicky. All right. I'm tempted to pull a tarot card for you as well. Don't know why I just you only asked for one card, but I'm doing two. Anyway, it's the kind of guy I am. Okay, what we got here? Ooh, 'tis the Hanged Man. Right. Things are going to start moving before too long, Vicky. But do bear that advice in mind. Really do, you know. Think about that person who could have lived differently and ask yourself, is there something you could do differently which would kind of sustain not just your life but your work a little more strongly and get you closer to where you want to be? Okay, Vicky. There we go. Right, I hope that helps you, my friend. And Vicky, thanks for your donation as well. It was a real good one. Much appreciated. Really. Okay. Amy 17 is here. Welcome to you. Let's go to Twainer at the moment. May I have a card, please? Thank you, Andy. You certainly may, Twainer. You certainly may. And what we're going to do at this point, this one's caught my eye again. Work your light, Rebecca Campbell. Okay. All right. You're already doing it. There we go. That's the card. And as I nearly said, it says on it, stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. And this is so important, really. All right, Twainer, you know where you want to be headed in your life. And I know that life for you is very often about helping other people and things you can do for other people. But that is actually the kind of mission that you're almost, I would say, you're most comfortable with, actually, Twainer. All right, but keep on facing your own true north, not just other people's. You know, think about where you want to be going as well. When we talk about true north, it comes up in astrology. There's the north node, which is where you're going, and there's a south node, which is where you're coming from. Keep facing north, keep heading north. Excuse me, I'm probably going to sneeze again in a second. Right, let's show you that card again. I better do sneeze again in a second, but I seem to have stopped for now. All right, but keep facing your true north. And remember, you're already doing it. All right, you're already on the path that it's going to be good for you, that it's going to bring good things to you and the people around you. So just keep on going, my darling. That's the thing to do. That's what really matters. And so with that also, Twainer, thanks for all your work as a moderator. And all you guys who are moderators, thanks so much. Very much appreciated. Okay. Donna is with us. Coming to you in a second, Donna. First of all, I'm going to go to Vixen Doe. Will I take to the van life and travel? Okay. Pendulum job, I think. In fact, I know. Let's just give it a second to stop twirling on the string. Quite a fast moving yes there, which is kind of appropriate when you think about van life. Yeah, it's going to happen, right? It's going to happen. And I feel like you're going to take to it a lot. This is very kind of, the pendulum's really shifting at this point. I really think you're going to enjoy it a lot. Van life can be a difficult thing, can be a hard thing. It's all in the attitude, though, really, because you will have everything you need, just none of the extra stuff. And that is a liberation in the end. I used to live in a small caravan, and it stopped me accumulating junk, which I have a habit of doing. You know, I couldn't, even if I bought the newspaper, I'd have to kind of take the newspaper for recycling as soon as I'd read it, because otherwise it would take up too much space, basically. So it's a liberation for you, Vixen. It really is. And thanks for your question. Then I have had been a hard pull to sell my house and buy a travel van and go. Yeah, go for it. Go for it, Vixen. It's going to work for you. I'm sure it is. I really, really feel that. I really do. Okay. Let's go to Donna. A card would be so special. Well, they always are, Donna. They always are. Right. Okay. Ascended Masters again. Right. Some decks don't come out on some live streams, but then they come out again, and it's wonderful. They're all good. I've worked with them all a lot as well, actually. I haven't worked with Talking to Heaven much, actually. I must admit, because like Jane the Seeker was saying, you know, she does mediumship. I do mediumship. And there are all kinds of tools that you can use to make mediumship easier. But I just like to do pure mediumship and listen to my guides. Donna, work your magic, Saint Germain, Master of the Ninth Ray, the violet ray of healing light, really. So there's healing involved here. I feel healing is actually going to come to you, Donna. But the thing to do is try and expand that part of yourself which is a healer. Saint Germain is around you and he will help that magic to happen. He's very special in that way. He really is. And work your magic. You know, see, Saint Germain himself is a very, very magical ascended master figure. He really is. He's reincarnated many times and is an absolute expert at what he does. So he carries his own magic, but his best magic is to help you work your own magic. So call on Saint Germain, if you will, Donna. I should just say, as I always say, he's not like a Christian saint. He has had 2 incarnations as the Count of Saint Germain, which is a part of France in Europe, and that's why he has that name. But he's also very close to Merlin. You know, a lot of people say that he is actually Merlin. So you know, some really powerful energy there, Donna. You said the card would be so special, and you are right. That is just about the most special card in the deck. Hi, Christina Arson. Nice to see you. Hi, Karen Johnson. Cartomancy Mesquite. Nice to have you with us. Right. Karen's thinking about doing van travel as well. Yeah. You know, I almost would, right? It's just that I'm very blessed to have a house and I have a disability. So, you know, no point in branching out from the house life for me, really. But I lived in a caravan for a long, long time and I absolutely loved it. And I do watch videos of RVers, you know, it looks like a really great way to live. And I'd say, you know, I'd do it in the blink of an eye if I needed to, put it that way. But I think it's a good life decision. I think it's a good choice. And I reckon you'd enjoy it, Karen. I do. Okay, let's go to Ariel. Excuse me, let's go to Ariel. And let me hydrate myself here. In honor of the solstice, it's not just water tonight. This is a really nice English brand of fizzy drink called Bars Cream Soda. And it's mixed with water because fizzy drinks aren't that good. But it's a solstice. Cakes and ale, I don't drink. I have had some cakes. I'm not going to eat cakes during the live stream. As fitting as that would be, it stops me talking. But here's what passes for ale. Tastes a bit like ale. But there's no alcohol in it. Right. Got a message for me, maybe some healing for my heart. Well, let's send Ariel some healing, right, guys? Let's all, you know, all the healers, which is actually all of you, each and every one of you, just focus some healing thoughts on Ariel and on everyone who needs it. But this is Ariel's moment. Okay. So let's see what comes up. Okay. Wow, we're getting through the decks tonight. Doreen Virtue again. Daily guidance from your Angels Oracle cards. Okay. Well, I'm certainly not going to pull one every day, but I'm pulling one now, and it is a day after all. So let's see what we get. Right. Blessing in disguise, Ariel. I'm moving it around so the light doesn't obscure it. I'm going to read the words out. Blessing in disguise. What appears to be a problem is actually part of your answered prayer. You'll understand the reasons behind your present situation as everything resolves. Trust in heaven's protection and infinite wisdom to answer your prayer in the best way. So lots of praying going on there. And as you're hoping for healing for your heart, I know you're praying for that, Ariel. I really do. And it's on its way. Okay. More understanding is on its way. That's what they're really saying. But trust in that heavenly protection. Okay. Because, I know you've been through, you know, great heartache. And I dare say it's still kind of happening. But as sad as that is, you know, basically it's kind of, I feel like it's a dark night of the soul for you, Ariel, and day will come. Okay. Daytime will come, absolutely, for sure. And this is a great time for this message because it's solstice. It just reminds us of the turning of the seasons, you know. Even though the nights are going to get darker here now, all the plants are going to go into flower and lots of the veg is going to be ready to eat, you know. So like the fruits are following on, even though, you know, the night is feeling a bit darker than it did last night. So it's always darkest just before dawn, Ariel. That's the name of a famous movie. I don't know if it's, you know, it in America. I think it's a British World War II movie. But yeah, it's always darkest just before dawn. So as you feel this heartache, Ariel, you are actually coming out into better things. And I actually feel someone is coming along to help you. I'm not saying in a romantic way, but it's like a partnership, you know, that's coming up. That's coming into your life. It'll be someone who helps, basically. All right. I really don't know that it's going to be a relationship. I don't think that's what it's about from what I'm seeing. But it's someone who's going to help, you know, and that's one of the best things you could really ask for. So, oh, your heart beats weird. Oh, wow. Well, my heart beats weird too. I've been in hospital twice for it. So, yeah, I don't think that's a problem for you, though. I really don't. But I totally wish you well. Totally wish you well. Okay. Martin, my friend. Okay, here we go. Ariel had an ablation on the 13th. All right. Well. Healing thoughts, healing feelings coming right at you. This is a healing show. This seems to be a real healing show job tonight. Anyway, Martin, I'm going to do a 3-card love reading for you. That's just, I'll do whatever reading my guides tell me to, because they know what cards I'm going to pick and they know where I'm going with the thing. Okay. Right. Let's take the first 3 off the top of the deck. Simple as that. Right. Okie dokie. First one is card number 1. It's not the first card in the deck because it starts from 0, but it's like number 1 in the journey of the major arcana of the tarot, and they call it the Fool's Journey, but that's like a medieval interpretation of what a fool is. It just means someone new, someone starting. So something new starting for you, Martin. Also, you're the master of your own destiny, really. Okay, so it's up to you to kind of make the most of what comes to you, basically. That's what I'm going to say. You can see the magician here is holding a sword, a wand, a cup, and a pentacle, showing mastery of all the 4 different areas of the story of life. You know what I mean? Okay. Card number 2, 6 of Cups, something to be shared there. Some kind of, you know, a bit of a reminder to sort of be aware of the magic that there can be around you, Martin. And I know you would understand what I mean. See, there's a purple elephant in the distance. That always makes me think of like a pink elephant, like elephant flying in the sky. Basically, what we're saying is that anything can happen, and don't try and limit yourself to thinking, well, only certain things could happen to you, because, you know, every day is a new day and every new relationship is a new relationship. So something good could very well happen to you. And I think it will, because the 3rd card is this one. It's the Ace of Swords. All that crazy thinking going on, all the concerns in your mind, and matters of love really do exercise all of our minds when we come into them. All that thinking, all that thought energy is going to resolve itself into something positive, because this is the Ace of Swords. Okay. New journey written all over the place if we look at all 3 of those cards together, Martin. All right, so a new journey coming. Again, like I said to someone else a minute ago, don't look back. Don't look at the past and think, well, that either worked or didn't work. It's the future. That's what it's all about. That's where things are actually going to change. Okie doke. Hope that helps you, Martin. And thanks so much. Thanks so much. Okay. Martin likes that. Great. I'm glad you're happy with it, my friend. Yeah, keep on keeping on. That's where it's at. Really is where it's at. Okay. Vixen Dose sending good vibes to Ariel. Let's all send good vibes to Ariel. I've been loving watching Twin Peaks Series 3. Oh, So when I've dropped on the floor, let's pick it up. Yeah, I've watched it a couple of times, and I'm going to watch it again. I just love that show. I really do. And really kind of you to let me have that. It really is. Austin is with us. Hello, my friend. Thanks for joining me. Okay. Any messages from Spirit for Austin? Let's see where we're going. Right. Okay. I was going to say, don't be afraid to ask for what you want, but then, no, you're not afraid to ask for what you want, but nothing's too much to ask at this time, Austin. All right, because what you're trying to do basically is something good. You're trying to make something. What you're trying to make happen is really positive. No question about that. So go right ahead, and you know, maybe think about leaving the past behind for sure. You know, but in terms of moving forward and actually going on into the future, you know, the sky's the limit. You can ask for what you want. You really can, my friend. It is just a question of leaving the past behind. That's the only thing that threatens to hold you back, right? And this can be past successes as well as past failures. Sometimes we think, well, that worked. That was really good. I should do more of that. I should go further down that path. Not necessarily, really. Just, you know, go into the future and let the future be the future, Austin. That's what's coming to me really strongly. And I hope that helps. I really do. And thanks for coming on in and being with us on this special solstice occasion. Really nice to be here on the summer solstice. Really nice to be working. I did wonder today if I was actually going to be able to, you know, actually do a live today, just because the internet is so crazy. My internet provider is called British Telecom, and they're sending a special investigator tomorrow between 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. And he's going to try, or she is going to try and find out what the hell keeps going wrong with my internet, because it's just crazy. I mean, it is a very old cable. It really is. It was put in 1960, and it's made of copper, so it's not very reliable in lots of ways. But the internet works for months and months on end here with no problem, and then it starts doing this. And just this summertime, it's been doing it a hell of a lot, and it's been a real pain in the behind. But they're coming to fix it tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to that happening. Okay. Card for you, Seascape, most certainly. I'm going to cut the deck for this one. Three of Cups. There we go. Three of Cups, and another one's still in my hand. I haven't looked at it yet, but two cards sprang out. I've got hiccups, so we're going places here. Look at all that low-hanging fruit, Seascape. Reach for what you want, you know, reach out and take what you want, take what you feel you need. And, you know, don't be afraid to take a bit more than you need. Take something else, take a bit extra for a bit more sustenance along the way of life's journey. Three of Cups, it's an upward spiral, you know. This can either be a kind of a marriage, it can be an angel coming in. Person number three here can be an angel, or all the angels coming in to help. It can just be a good group of people in this world. In any case, it's a great coming together of positive energy for you. Three of Cups. And you only asked for one, but two came out. Yeah, wow. High Priestess. Okay, so as that Three of Cups energy comes in and you get that upward spiral, be prepared to make that spiritual journey. Be prepared to kind of do that cosmic thing. And I do like B-52's references. Do that cosmic thing and go on that journey. Because whatever is behind that etheric curtain around you at the moment, Seascape, that is actually meant for you. It's going to be a good journey. It's going to take you places. Great things are going to happen. And it's going to be a lot easier than you would even dream it could be, because it's the Three of Cups. There's that upward spiral. Lots of positive energies coming together for you there. Really. Wow. Okay. Thank you, Donna. I just had to put that on the screen. That bigs me up a bit. Thank you so much. only because of my spirit guides. Rosalie is with me, Twig Brother is with me, and without them and all of my spirit guides and the help of the Great Spirit, I wouldn't be any good at all. And the only thing that I'm really successful at is knowing that it's them who does all the good stuff, and tuning into them. I've been down that rabbit hole. It's a big sort of paranormal rabbit hole on YouTube these days, about kind of different psychic apps and different like spirit boxes and things like that. And I have no need for anything like that because I'm very lucky to have been taught to do it the traditional kind of spiritualist way. But there's so much of that out there, really. But there's nothing better than connecting to your guides and working with your guides. But thank you for that, Donna. I appreciate it. April is here. Any messages from my guides? Lovely to have you with us, April. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. Right. So then, now then. Tell you what I'm seeing, and then I'll try and work out what it means. What I'm seeing is a sign that in Britain anyway means a pawnbroker's, a pawn shop where you can kind of, pawn things and get money. It's 3 golden balls. Yeah. So what I feel you need is some new resources, April, and I don't know what resources they are, but it's going to be a trade-off, all right? It's not exactly adding more strings to your bow. It's adding new strings to your bow, and you might have to swap out some old strings, and that's making me think of guitar strings. The best guitar strings in the world will snap after a while, and you'll have to put a new one on then. And sometimes it's good to replace all of them. Okay. But yeah, kind of out with the old, in with the new. That's the feeling I'm getting, April. Let's pull you a card for that and see where we get. Oh, Ace of Pentacles. There you go. And there's a trade-off going there. Someone's handing over a cake, and in return, they are getting a pentacle, a golden coin for a cake, which is no bad thing. So, yeah, out with the old, in with the new, April. That's the feeling I get very strongly, and much more positively than if it had been the death card, which very often signifies the same thing. Absolutely. But April, yeah, good luck to you, because something new is going to be happening for you. I'm sure about that. Pay attention to dreams as well, right? A lot of us are having crazy dreams because of the hot weather. It's a common thing at this time of year. Don't forget, spirit can use those dreams. You're going to get wacky dreams anyway. Excuse me, because one of the things that keeps the mind a little bit awake at night is hot weather. So sometimes we get physiological crazy dreams, but spirit can play into those as well. So listen to them, April. Really. I hope that helps you, my friend. Okay. Linda Bishop, here we go. Right, Andy, should I take the leap of faith and buy the RV I found so I can get out of this old school bus? No plumbing, electricity, sucks, etc. in the bus. I can imagine. Right, that doesn't sound so good. Yeah, and the caravan I lived in was a very old caravan, and I would have had to get a new one somewhere along the line. I really would. Okay. So let's start with part 1. Andy, should I take the leap of faith and buy the RV? Pendulum standing stock still, so it's not giving me a no, but it's a think very carefully about this particular RV. As I tune in, what I get is that the RV you found might not be the answer. Okay, look very, very carefully into it. It might be the answer, okay, but you need to feel sure in your heart of hearts before you get rid of that schoolie that this new RV is going to actually be everything it's cracked up to be. I got a feeling it's going to need some work. you know, and maybe that's the last thing you want if you've been having problems in the school bus. I also want to say, dispose of the old school bus carefully. You could get good money for it, right? You could. And it doesn't sound very good from what you've said about it, but there's something about that school bus. You could get some good money for that. You really could. So, yeah, it was a very cautious pendulum, that. It just didn't move at all. But it's certainly not a no, all right? And things are going to be moving on for you. Let's see. Let's do a Kyle Gray card on that as well. And just see what we get. Cut the deck. Oh, I think this one came up last week, but I cut the deck and it's there, so I'll do it. It's obviously what the guides want. Horus, Cosmic Gateway. All right. So this is a good move. This is a positive move. He says, your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. All right. So really, what that gives me, what that makes me feel, Linda, is it's going to be a fantastic change to move into this RV, but you could have a miraculous change. That's why the pendulum wasn't telling you to jump straight in and go for it. You could have a miraculous change. So still try and find something better. Don't go into the winter in that old school bus if it's not comfortable, whatever you do. But we've got a long time before it's even the fall yet. Okay, so take your time and think carefully and keep looking around as well, Linda. All right, because there's either something better or you can get a better deal on this RV. You can get something fixed or you can get some money off, something like that. You know, that there's better things out there to reach out and grab and make it happen. Okay. Hello, Julie. Solstice greetings to you as well. Blessed be. And thanks for joining us. Great to have you with us. Okay. Gina M very kindly puts this one up. Please support Andy by tapping the like or thumbs up button. Yeah, please. Please do. And guys, if you're able to help me out at the moment, that would be a fantastic thing. I'm still not taking bookings for readings because the internet is still cutting out. I actually think it's going to get fixed tomorrow. And it was on for 2 whole days over the weekend without going off once. So I think we're on the verge of getting it fixed, and I think it's going to be all right. But if there's anything you can do to sort of help support me in my work, paypal.me/twigbrother, or head over to coffee.com/twig. Both of those addresses are going across the bottom of the screen. They're also down there in the description with this video. And of course, there's my email, 35and83@gmail.com. I could do you an email reading that way, and we can talk. We can have a chat that way. So go ahead and use that email address if you'd like to, 35and83@gmail.com. Okay. A message for Rena. Let's do that then. Okay, this is it. See, thanks. Adrienne is good like this. She notices the messages, but I don't notice. Now we're getting pretty late in the show at this point. My energy starts to go down. Spirit guides can go on forever. And here's a thought for anybody who works in spirit, actually. This is a very good piece of advice that I got from one of my first teachers. She said, spirit will work you 24/7. You've got to say, when you feel your energy going down, you've got to say, I'm going to take a break now. But they're always there for you 24/7. Their energy never wanes. Right. Card for Rena, and there's a message on the card. It says, listen, and I'll hold this angel there for a moment so you can look at her and take her in. Quiet your mind, beloved one, and listen to our gentle reassurance that everything has been taken care of. Stay in a quiet and receptive state without worrying about the exact nature of your desire's manifestation. A quiet mind and body hears us quickly and clearly. This is our request to you. Listen. And the key thing that jumps out at me about this for you, Rena, is a quiet mind and a quiet body hears us, the angels, quickly and clearly. So take some time to just calm down if you can. Get as calm as you can. That's going to make all the difference for you. It really is. I'm sorry I missed your question, Rena, and thanks so much for your question. And like I keep saying that to everyone, but you know, the questions really make this what it is. The lovely healing vibe and the friendly atmosphere in the chat make this what it is. And you know, all you guys bring really good energy to this. This is great. This is great. So yeah, as Adrienne says, thanks everyone for joining us today. Really appreciate you guys coming in. Gonna go to Terry T at this point. Hello. Hi, can I get guidance for my studies? Thank you, kind sir. Thank you, kind Terry. Okay. This is a good one for the work your light cards, I feel. Okay. Right. Doesn't sound like guidance for studies, but that is the nature of spiritual advice. Sometimes it's the last thing we expect. It says, deep replenishment, retreat, rest, and be healed. There it is, deep replenishment. That's what you need, Terry. Okay, you need to take a step back from worrying about your studies, basically. Certainly don't give them up, nothing like that. That's not what I'm saying, but you're going to get a lot further with those studies if you just kind of focus on the energy of this card, certainly, but focus on that idea of rest, retreat, and be held. In other words, the universe has your back, so don't be frightened to lean back on the universe. Okay, gonna sneeze again. No, I'm not. Never mind. Okay, but here's this beautiful mermaid with this bunch of flowers. Okay, and the symbology of that, really, you know, a mermaid is the last person you expect to meet, you know, so it's the unexpected, but you really will be looked after, you really will be healed. And just, you know, focus on that beautiful flowing calm water. It doesn't have to put any effort in, water, but it always ends up flowing to where it needs to be. So it's not that you've got to put more effort into your studies, Terry. It's that you've got to kind of just be a bit laid back in yourself, and that will allow you to put a lot more effort into what you're trying to do, you know. Hope that helps you, my friend. Oh, makes sense. Yeah, I'm glad to hear it, Terry. Well, that's the thing to do. Okay, really, really easy to lose sleep over stuff, I know, but when you relax, when you lean back, let the universe look after you, you know, you're gonna just make so much more progress that way, my friend. Okay, it's like if you keep hammering at a thing every day and never take a rest, that doesn't actually get the job done all that well, because I try and do that sometimes. I've been trying to do it with the garden, actually. And I'll give you for instance, an example. Gardening, I'm trying to be as much close to self-sufficiency as I can get this year, just because of the crazy food prices and all the worries about things like that. And so I tried for about the first 6 months of the year, I tried to put every minute I could into the garden. And I wouldn't take a rest, I wouldn't take a break. In the end, I was exhausted. And like some of the things I'd planted, I didn't look after them properly because I was busy planting something else. And, you know, none of those things have worked as well as they could have done. That's been my big takeaway from what I've tried to do this year. It really is. But, well, yeah, I'm glad it makes sense, Terry. And, you know, I think you'll be sleeping better pretty soon. I think you will. And especially if it gave you the chills, you might sleep better if it gave you the chills. I kind of hope something gives me the chills so I can get to sleep tonight. I had the weirdest dream last night. I'm still trying to work out what it means, but hey, isn't that just life? Okay. Lots of people saying thanks, and thank you guys as well. I really appreciate it. Beverly says, thank you, Andy, for giving us your time and positive energy. And I thank you. And I want to say right back at you and right back at every single one of you. Ariel loves us all, and we love you too, Ariel. We really do. And Vicky's saying thank you so much. Right. Let's look at this. Julie M comes up with wise words. Let's look at this. Everybody, feed prices have been very high for meat producers. True. When those animals go to slaughter in the fall, the price per pound is going to reflect that cost increase. Buy meat now and freeze it. I think that's great advice, Julie. Sadly for us in UK, our electricity prices are going crazy. They're like 3 times what they were at the beginning of the year, and they're going to go up even more. In fact, our government is starting to give people money towards the vast amount it's going to cost us. So I'm actually not freezing stuff, Julie, just because the freezer costs so much to run. But I think that's great advice for anyone in the States, anywhere, anyone in Canada. In fact, anyone not in Europe. In Europe, because Russia controls our gas supply, that's really forcing the prices up here. You know, I know your gasoline is getting really expensive, and so is ours, and diesel. But yeah, that's really ramping up our electric prices. So what I'm doing is canning. I've got some real nice ball, you know, what they are, try the mason jars, ball mason jars with a 2-part lid, and I've been canning things as they're coming ready. So wise advice, and I'm really trying to do it. Linda says, my little gardening is hit and miss, some success, some not so. And yours is a success. Thank you very much, Linda. It's looking really good, and a lot of it is a success. I'm very happy to say I've got long experience of growing potatoes, and I'm sure I've made a success of those. I've got about 3 years experience of growing Jerusalem artichokes, sunchokes, but they just come up like nothing on earth. They're really amazing vegetables to grow. I don't actually like the taste of them, but I won't starve. There's tons and tons of those, and some leeks, and some weird looking onions. But yeah, I think there is a success there. But Linda, even if your gardening is hit and miss, there's a great deal of success there, because that, my friend, is how you learn. And next year's garden is going to be even better. Next year's garden, even better than that, because it's where you hit is great, but where you miss is where you learn something new. So it's all positive. It really is all positive. And Julie has been enjoying wonderful salad from the little garden as well. Great stuff. That's what it's about. Thanks, guys, for watching that garden video, by the way. I did start a gardening channel, right? And I'm going to keep it up eventually. But the trouble is, for a gardening channel to really work on YouTube, you have to give people advice. And there's not that much advice I can give people at the moment. But I will be doing more on that as we go. And I'll work it into the Merlin's Mountain videos as we go along. So keep it here. Keep it Merlin's Mountain. We are pretty close to the end now. I'm just going to put this one up. Yeah, this is a good idea. Follow my good friend Liz Crafts. Excuse me, Liz Crafts on that link. Okay, and if you're watching on YouTube, you can click on, where are we? You can click on Liz Crafts' picture there in the chat, and that'll take you to Liz Crafts' channel. Okay, Liz just does great stuff. I really love Liz's channel, really great. But yeah, guys, thanks so much. We're a bit over an hour and my head's banging now, so I'm going to wrap it up and I'm going to bring things to a close, and I'm going to go off and enjoy this solstice. Now, it's not even dark yet, UK, and it's not even dark yet. Amazing. Very happy solstice to all of you. I hope you have a beautiful time ahead. Don't forget to hit the like. Don't forget to subscribe. Drop me an email if you like, and I'll see you again in a future video. Thanks so much, guys. Love and light to you. Blessings.